What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl, Coke. Y'all already know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? It's the Rising Phoenix podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to one of my mentors, Nubian Divine, for that Cinderella Dakota. I thought that was a very creative way to express what's going on in the world, you know? So, in that, I was talking about indigo children and crystal children, star seeds. And I said I would come back and talk to you guys furthermore about that in my own text, a book that I wrote about my spiritual journey called Earth Angel 1111 by yours truly, LIAJUANA Clark. So let's just start, man. Before that, y'all, did y'all take that fucking love vitamin? Because, man, I took my love vitamin today, y'all. I feel motherfucking good. I slept good and all of that. So make sure y'all go ahead and take that real quick or whatever. So anyway, Earth Angel 1111 by LIAJUANA Clark. It started in a dark place where depression was the mother and betrayal was the father. Such a cold, lonely place to encounter. The turbulence was like a volcano eruption, and lava covered the surface. I look around, no one in sight but me standing in the pits of hell. Feeling the flame, no sweats or tears. My soul couldn't cry out. I was searching for my heart, but all I saw was red. When I looked up, I saw him, still as a rock, because I'm frightened at this point. He stood in my face and said, "Come to me. I'll make it go away." As good as it sounded, I slowly turned away. I dropped in the lava, praying and chanting for a better way, begging for forgiveness for not only myself but others who prosecuted me. When I opened my eyes, I was amongst my children in our home. In my bed, I was greeted with smiles and laughter, thinking to myself, God has a plan. I embraced my children and the love we shared. Before I go any further, let me start from the beginning. This is how I started my spiritual journey. As a child, I felt unique. I often kept myself isolated, inquisitive very much so. I had a hunger for knowledge. By the time I was an adolescent, I respected diversity. It was so much to learn, from political views to religious backgrounds, economic concerns, different forms of families and their foundations, values, morals, different teachings. But what I had a thing for was the arguments, which intrigued me to further investigate certain individuals' point of views, with withholding the knowledge of my own upbringing to form my own hypothesis, well as seek truth. Often people misjudged as well as misread me. Often I was ridiculed and laughed at. But see, I saw the world from a different pair of eyes. And I also returned to laugh because the ignorance these individuals displayed, and still to this day, are naive. The fundamentals of psychology play a big role in my spiritual journey, of course, as well as my psychological issues that America seems to classify if you seem remotely gifted of some kind. The one that bothers me most is paranoid schizophrenic. Now let's discuss this further. Now, they describe this illness of one in which you have delusions, auditory hallucinations, or hearing things that are not there, and perceptual disturbances. Visual hallucinations sometimes occur, which can lead to physical and emotional detachment, societal withdrawal, anger, and anxiety. Now I feel it's truly unfair for America to try to classify this with such a title. Humanity, as I know it, has lost love, understanding, and respect. My purpose is to truly change that. Now, I'm not so much religious, but however, I'm very spiritual. So I'm going to describe this as I see fit. Please don't be alarmed, but this is my book, so therefore with my opinion. Now, as I was stating, due to me being a spiritual being, the medical terminology paranoid schizophrenic is no longer what I would call this beautiful phenomena. Strangely enough, it's a blessing. Here's why. These people are empaths, highly intuitive. They undergo many transformations. Clearly, they're spiritually awakened as well as enlightened. Their perception is intensified. They're aware of presence, of course. They're connected. They hold an inner quietness, and it's always timeless with them. What they hear and see can actually happen now or years later. Actually, their aliveness brings them harmony and intimidate others. People tend to do strange things and act out of fear, as you can see, provide chemicals to downplay their gifts and categorize them, but this, the land of the free, right? What happened to equality? This, without a doubt, is prejudice. These individuals are your children, friends, family, and colleagues. are in your life for a reason. They're possibly earth angels, starseeds, indigos, or crystal children, which are spiritual beings, or as we like to call it in the spiritual world, light workers, who are here to help you heal. If you have children, you will notice the signs and symptoms early on. A lot of us undergo traumatic experiences. Most importantly, don't follow our intuition due to us not being connected to our inner selves, or possibly being the individual everyone portrays us to be. But I will give you clarity as you continue to read my story. I will quickly describe each one. Starseeds are beings that have experienced life elsewhere in the universe, on other planets other than Earth. Starseeds may also have had previous lifetimes on Earth. A typical starseed may have lived 5 to 50 lifetimes on Earth. Starseeds are individuals that originate from far distant star and solar systems, planets, and galaxies. These highly evolved souls carry a plethora of wisdom and special abilities that hibernates deep within the core of their being. The signs of an starseed: they are naturally talented in the area of technology, physics, engineering, space travel, and metaphysics. They tend to find solutions to problems quicker than others. Life on Earth appears to be disappointing or boring, especially when reminded of where you come from. Their soul is old even as a child, appear to be mature. Memories of other planets and what it looked like, have a memory of purpose and a mission on Earth, or simply catch a glimpse of it every now and then. They tend to suffer from social anxiety, plus have a hard time making small talk. They can handle large crowds of people only for a short time. They are trusted by animals and children, and they're intrigued by you. Seem to struggle finding your place in society, constantly feeling challenged to awaken or reconnect with your purpose. Extremely intelligent but not interested in conventional economics. Body functions that's different from others. Empathic to others' emotions and can pick up what they are feeling. Are naturally technology savvy and have a different way of problem solving. The feeling of being out of place and the rules of society go against your beliefs. A strong sense of knowing Earth is not your home. Thoughts of space, but that was to name a few. So are you a starseed or have one near? Now we're going to Earth angels. Earth angels are usually spirit guides in training, or spirit guides who have been sent back to Earth in order to learn or heal others. Some angels can know and feel that they are different and are often aware of their spiritual duties, whereas others forget and have a hard time managing their life on Earth. The signs of an Earth angel is as follows. You experience an awakening very early on, and perhaps were always attracted to nature, mythical creatures, and the meaning of life. You're wise beyond your years and often carry a very worldly energy. Strangers tend to vent to you about their problems and frustrations, and you delight in being able to help them. You struggle with feeling grounded and finding your purpose. You're interested in philosophy, alternative methods of healing, the metaphysical. You have an intense and deep personality and not afraid to dig deep within your psyche and the psyche of others to find the truth. You might feel a constant struggle to align yourself with the physical world. This may manifest as struggling to deal with boundaries of your ego. Relationships may be difficult for you to handle, as you may find yourself attracted to abusive partners or those with deep emotional issues. It is very likely that you're probably bisexual. You may not feel the need to settle down, marry, have children, etc. You are highly intuitive and often foresee events before they occur and in tune with others' needs. You feel protective of children, nature, and other vulnerable beings also. These people are attracted to you. You space out often or have vivid dreams or daydreams, lucid dreams, or astral project. Your emotions are often deep and heavy. They fluctuate from positive to negative. You have an understanding of both light and dark emotions. You have an innate understanding of the potential and magic of the universe. Your life may undergo many radical changes, and you may find that you move around a lot. You feel a longing to return home. You may not have stability, but your basic needs such as money, housing, food, etc. always seem to be taken care of. You move abruptly from one thing to the next if inspired so. Are you an Earth angel like myself, or perhaps have one close by? Now for the indigo children. Indigo children are souls present on Earth now to help realign humanity with authentic truth as multidimensional spiritual beings. Indigo children who are believed to possess special, unusual, and sometimes supernatural traits or abilities. The sign that you are an indigo child, you're strong-willed, you're also, you're free thinker, you're headstrong, you're passionate, you're a truth seeker, you're perceptive and intelligent, you're highly intuitive, you want to change the world, you're empathic and compassionate, a change-making leader, idealistic. You have a loner, autonomous personality, highly creative. You have a strong connection to nature and animals, and these children may be subjected to what America refers to ADHD, inattention, hyperactivity, impulsive, because of the difficulty with discipline and authority, refusing to follow orders or directions, or just simply not doing things like waiting in line, for example. So do you think this is you? Now we're going to go on to the crystal children. Crystal children is next. So here we go. Crystal children reflect a new generation that has come to Earth. Hold on. Crystal children reflect a new generation that has come to Earth, to the Earth plane after the indigo children. The crystal children began to appear on the planet from about 1990 to 2010. Their main purpose is to take us to the next level in our evolution and reveal to us our inner and outer power. They function as a group rather than as individuals, and they live by the law of global oneness. They are advocates for the love and peace on this planet. They are mostly born into the gold ray of incarnation and evolution, which means they have access to gifts of clairvoyance and healing. They are born on the 6th dimension of consciousness, and they roam the 13th dimension, which represents universal consciousness. You can't hide anything from these children. You won't be able to lie to them either, as they know immediately what the truth is and fully aware of your thoughts, more importantly, what's in your heart, and as extremely sensitive. If you are a parent of a crystal child, it is crucial that your child takes in good energy at all times, or as much as possible. Your role is to help these children reflect harmony, peace, and oneness to the universe. This in return will help all of us to raise our vibrational energies and spread peace throughout the world. Now that I gave a little insight of these light workers, I can now go into my journey. So, those are the different light workers, spiritual beings. You know, I like to call them God's secret helpers on earth. Like I said, you have to be optimistic and open-minded. You can't be preaching to people all day about having faith in God is this and God is that, but don't believe in miracles. How can you judge someone because they're different from you, or classify them and put them in a group? When you go to church and you pray to this man, and he put his people on earth, and you reject them? I hope this, change some of your perspective to where you love on your children the way that you're supposed to. Because you never know who you're raising. You never know what they're going to become. You just never know. Love your children. Put that energy into them. Learn from them as they learn from you. You might have gave them life, but they breathe life into you every day. They teach you every day, and they love you unconditionally. The shit that you walk outside your door trying to grasp is right at home with you. That's your love, your attention, your support. It's not being judged or none of that. So why neglect or decline them to run out the door to some people who don't give a fuck about you? I'm speaking from experience. I am love, and I am light, and I am truth. My name is Legacy LIAJUANA. Hopefully this coke has stimulated your mind. You know what I'm saying? Take your love vitamin. I love you. Talk to you later.